The scooter curse has been lifted, I believe. I hope so. Or it's been passed on to Andres. I'm not sure. I believe he's still riding it around. Hopefully he's not stranded somewhere in the middle of the desert or something. I don't know. I hope I packed him enough tools and stuff. I did not pack an MRE on the scooter like I thought I initially should. But for the last 6 months, if you guys have not been watching, mostly on the live stuff, there's a whole live section on my channel if you want to check it out. We've been working on the scooter project. Scooter's not here. It's in the hands of Andres. And it has been a uphill battle, to say the least. Literally, I had to push that thing uphill just about every time I'd break down. It was always at the bottom of a hill. So I'd be pushing that scooter uphill, 90-degree angle style. Anyways, the scooter has hopefully it's running great now. I believe it is. We were riding it all over the place, and you guys will see that later on. I am joined by the cast and crew here at Fang's Garage: Gizmo, Tom, Trevor, Courtney. What was your name again?
Haha, very funny.
Craig. They have all been here helping out with the scooter project, as well as everyone watching in the live videos. They are all the ones that have been giving me advice the whole time, telling me how to test things and stuff. And initially, well, ultimately, they are the ones that were like, "This is the problem," and I was like, "What?" I got to get my ears checked or something because it was just not registering, and I guess I went through every other problem that could possibly be on the scooter, so that's kind of good. So hopefully nothing could possibly break down now. If this is a foreshadowing moment, then that would be a clip that I'll save for later on. Anyways, thanks to everyone that watched live and helped out with the scooter saga. Thank you guys for all your help. I really appreciate all the support and everything, and hopefully you guys will enjoy this video. This is going to pick up a couple of months. Well, there's a hummingbird inside the garage. Check it out. This is incredible. Look at this footage, guys. Insane. I am ecstatic right now. I'm going to sit really still in case it lands on my head. What's going on with it? Where is it? Is it gonna seriously? Okay, be careful, dude. Dude, just be very... Hey, that's not a flower, dude. Be very careful. I hope... hey. Okay, go outside, please. That is so sick. There's a hummingbird in the garage. That was a total... I actually have been planning that out for about 8 months. So I've been training hummingbirds on the side of doing this whole YouTube thing, and it has been a freaking complete headache. I mean, trying to get them to just land on your finger is just a huge... I mean, we're talking about months and months of dedication, and trying to just hand feed those things, I mean, it is incredibly hard. I had that hummingbird since it was in a little egg, and if you could imagine, just like regular birds, you have to feed hummingbirds mouth to mouth. So I'd have to be there with the nectar, like trying to feed that little baby hummingbird. And I just trained it to fly in here and make a little appearance. So I hope you guys really enjoyed that. That was, like I said, a lot of work. But the scooter was even more work than that, believe it or not. The scooter has been here for the last, I feel it's like 8 years, but I think it's been about 8 months. Originally, Andres gave me the scooter, didn't give it to me. He's like, hey, the scooter's not working. Brought it over to my house, fixed it. By the time I fixed it, all the plastics on it were all like degrading. When I I've been kind of sick. When I sold it to him, I was like, dude, these plastics are falling apart. They're like already you might want to do something about it or plan ahead, because they're going to be falling apart. And by the time I was done fixing it, it was like barely hanging on. So I was like, what do you want me to do with it? And he was like, go ahead and do whatever you want. I was like, okay. So that is where the video is going to pick up. It was like in December, I believe, or maybe January. I can't really remember. This footage is really old, and also I believe the footage is cursed. It was giving me a really hard time. Yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy it. I will pop back in and explain some stuff later on. This is the status of the GY6 scooter, Andres' scooter. I'll show you some of the things that I've done to it. Took off the gas tank and verified that thing was all cleared out and free flowing. I adjusted the valves on it. They were a little bit tight. Cleaned out the carburetor, replaced all the fuel lines, right here, some of the vacuum lines. Cleaned out the fuel pump again to verify that that was working. I attempted to replace the starter relay or the starter solenoid, but the one that came from Amazon was complete garbage. I broke the CDI rubber mount thing the moment that I touched it. It has a new battery that you guys saw that me and Andres installed. Got new fuel filters on there. Again, new fuel lines. And let's see, also put a new headlight in there. Oh, also put a new pod filter on there, and made this little adapter piece for him. So right now the scooter is running good, with the exception of the reoccurring problem, which is the ignition coil stops working when it gets hot. So I'm going to replace it with this Nibby Racing ignition coil. I think it's pretty much resolved right now, though. I think it's going to be running pretty good after this, hopefully. I've been fighting this scooter for weeks, so we will see. We will see who wins, the scooter or me. Also, I have to clean out this little switch again, this brake switch. It's not working at all, so I'm gonna have to figure out what's going on inside there.
One eternity later.
Uncle Leo. This was about a month later. As you can see, I had the jerry can mounted on one side, as well as the seat pan support. Leo came over to help design a lot of the other little components. You can see the brake lights are installed on the jerry can. Right now we're designing the fork light and some of the front end components. I'm not sure what we are doing right now because I was just sitting around looking at it. You can see Leo's testing out what it'll be like to do a wheelie on the scooter. This thing is a wheelie machine. Trying to get the handlebars positioned, how they're going to be, and just designing all the different components on it. This was like one of the funner parts of the scooter build, is just putting everything together.
Hopefully this isn't like that last tank thing.
Huh?
Hopefully this isn't like that last tank thing. When you try to
We'll see. This is the artistic part of the whole process.
That'd be sick if it was tucked in a little bit.
I'd say put it higher for a grab handle.
Yeah.
Like that.
Like that.
Yeah, that looks sick.
See how it looks. See if I can do this without slicing my hands open. Might have to open it up a hair.
A little bit deeper.
Just right here to make it so I could turn and everything.
Yeah.
But other than that,
Can you shove it down a little more right now?
Huh?
Can you shove it down a little more? Or is that?
well, this thing is in the way right now. This bracket, should I cut this off?
What is it?
This is for the regulator, but I'm going to be removing that anyway.
Yeah, cut it off. Oh, dude, that looks pretty sick.
Push it to the limit. What do you think? It's like a ruckus now.
Yeah, I know.
Exactly like a ruckus.
That looks sick. Let's look.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Looks sick.
What I think it is from the inside, having it curved in. This also, you should curve these out right here. See how this goes up? You should kind of like round them out right there. I think that'll kind of like a little,
Make it look a little cleaner.
yeah, you know,
A permanent clamp maybe?
yeah.
But you think like something like, because I'm not opposed to this idea, I think it's a cool idea.
Yeah,
Something up here like this, but like over here.
yeah,
Yeah, like
off to the
offset,
side.
yeah.
And that way people see that and be like,
Yeah.
what the heck are
And
those
then-
handlebars?
Yeah. How could I make it so it doesn't rotate?
It doesn't matter if it rotates.
I don't want it to be like hitting up against the stuff, you know? I can maybe make something that'll clamp onto here and have a little
With two
two
little
little
arms,
fingers
yeah.
come up with rubber on it.
Yeah.
Yes, like a plate. Like you could, two tubes could go up to like a little plate
Yeah.
or something, or some way to mount it on there.
They can make little attachments here that it bolts on there, you know, because they'll look reminiscent of the
You're saying weld some slugs into the frame.
little tabs, because it'll look reminiscent to how those guys do that.
Oh wait, you're saying mount a tab up off the frame, and then mount the tab on to the whatever tube I'm going to use and bolt it on there.
Well, you just a tab on the frame, and then have that piece of tubing go here to the seat.
But how does it attach the tube to the tab?
There'll be a tab on this.
On the tube also, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So two tabs meeting.
Yeah.
Several days later. 4 to 6 weeks later.
Take this little scooter out and see what it can do. It doesn't have a headlight. That's okay. I guess I'll just leave it kind of bolted in for now and just hold it on there. Alright, let's start it. I don't know. Now I gotta mess with it. We can just start it.
Three days later.
Nothing can stop you. You are unstoppable.
I am supposed to be dropping off the scooter, or making the video about dropping off the scooter right now. But the scooter just died out of nowhere. I'm not sure why. It's almost like the kill switch got pulled or something. I pulled over on the side of the road, turned it off, and then moved the camera, turned it back on. No, nothing's working. Well, everything's working except for doesn't seem like I'm getting a spark. I gotta check these wires.
Nothing can stop you. You are unstoppable. You are never going to be stopped.
Well, this sucks. Pushing this thing again. GY6 scooter project. It's cool. The hypodermic needle on the floor. Go run this dirt. Hopefully you can hear me at the wind. I'm gonna hold the mic so that maybe it'll help. This is the 2008 Lance Milan GY6 150cc scooter that I've been working on for the last couple of months. Is there something behind me? Thought maybe there's a creature or something, or someone sneaking up in the bushes, crawling up over my shoulder right there. It was just the wind. This scooter is truly cursed. I don't know what's wrong with this scooter. I thought I liked this scooter, now I don't like it. Put a lot of time and effort into this scooter. I almost shed a tear. My voice cracked when I said that. I said time and effort. Lots of time, lots of effort. And it has truly become a nightmare. I'm standing here, and the reason why you only saw this just a little short clip of me riding is because that's as far as I got. I just got down the street, not even as far as that bird on the wire over there, and then stopped. I was like, let me put the camera in a different spot, and now it's, as soon as I did that, the scooter was like, nope, I'm done. No way. The scooter did not like that. So, now I'm stuck. I'm not really stuck. My truck is like maybe 10-minute walk that way. But I decided to stop here because I thought, you know what? I already rode all the way down here. I already called my buddy Andres that owns his scooter and broken the bad news. I said, sorry, Andres, but you want to still see it? I'm right by your house still. And he said, yeah. He sounded sad. I'm sad too, Andres. But I figured, you know what, let me stop and just go ahead and make this video and show you guys exactly what was done on this scooter. And there's still more to be done, I guess. This scooter started off just a stock scooter, covered in plastics, had a front fairing, everything, and originally I got it, fixed it up, got it running, sat for a while. After I sold it to Andres, he gave it back, I fixed it again, and got it running, quote unquote. I guess not running very good. I thought it was running, and I was pretty confident that it was done, but that is not the case. When I got it done, I said, hey, Andres, this thing is covered in plastics, and all the plastics are cracking, and they are starting to break. What do you want me to do with this stuff? He said, do whatever you want. I said, okay. I did everything except for actually fix the problem that he originally gave it to me for, I guess. Originally, when I got this scooter, the first issue was it would run for about 10 minutes, then it would stop. It would not be able to start again. Narrowed it down to the ignition coil, which is located right behind Courtney right here. If this is your first time seeing Courtney, this is her first time seeing the salt mines, and she is pretty amazed. That's why she has this look on her face. But she is one of the co-hosts here at Fang's Garage whenever I go live, as well as Gizmo here, who's sitting on the luggage rack. So the original issue was, I thought, the ignition coil. I guess I was wrong about that. It was not the ignition coil. Maybe it was. I don't know. It could be some other mysterious issue. This scooter, like I said, is seriously cursed. I got it running, took it all apart, modified everything on it, and then got it finished up just now, rode it. Now it's broken again. Seems like it's the same issue. I did not bring the correct socket to pull off the spark plug and check if there is spark right now, but it is basically acting like there's no spark or something. I don't know. It'll run for about 3 seconds and then stop. I'm not sure. It's really weird. New problem, I guess. Let me show you guys quickly what I did on this thing, and then you guys can see Andres, and you can see what his reaction is, even though it won't be, I guess, going back to him quite yet. I am kind of sad about this too, because I was really looking forward to being done with this thing, and now I'm not. Okay, first step on the list, I'll just start from the front and work my way back. Gizmo here is sitting on this little luggage rack that I made. This is one of my favorite parts on the bike. This is just made out of some mild steel, just round stock. It's mounted. I guess I should have. Can you move out of the way, please? Mounted it right here. And then it's got another bolt that's mounting it on the bottom right there.
This is all mounted via bungs that are welded onto the frame. So yeah, this is a stock gas tank from a 1979, I believe, CB750, or 1977 actually. And this was cut and modified to just make it into a front fairing. I think it turned out pretty cool. I like the shape of it and everything. These front turn signals are from, I believe, a old Honda Civic. I think it's a 1977 as well, which would be cool. I got a pair of these from the motorcycle swap meet. These are one of my favorite items on the scooter. Also, I took the shock cover off of this side and just have the exposed spring on it. So that is another cool suggestion by Leo. Just got these mirrors that were modified. They were just heated them up right here and bent them. Also just scratched them up and painted them and scratched them a little bit more. This is a, I guess, universal throttle for just like a GY6 scooter. And these grips were wrapped in the same material that the seat is made out of. And then they're held on there with just some wire. Also just tried to kind of weather all the mirror mounts and everything to make them kind of match. These handlebars were made by my buddy Leo, and I welded them over and sand them all down, weld them, and then sand them again, and then put some rust and vinegar and made them all rusty and stuff. Kind of match everything. Don't want anything to look too new on this thing. This handlebar adapter is from Honda Ruckus. This was almost a direct bolt up. Just had to modify the stem a little bit. This is the dashboard area, I guess I want to call it. Starting from the top, just have a speedometer. This was in a cluster, a 3-pack. It had the fuel gauge, and then also this little turn signal and high beam indicator. This was a 3-pack, and it was on a bracket that held them all together, and I made these separate little tubes to hold them, just to kind of make them look a little bit different, and I don't know, change the look of it a little bit. Right here, got the voltmeter. Let me get the key, turn this thing on. You can see how desperate I am to try and start this thing and get it back to the truck. That's a 12.2, not bad. So yeah, I just made this little aluminum piece for this to cover it. I made the same thing on all these buttons, little labels for them. This is just an indicator light for whenever the bike's on. This one, and then this one as well. This is the USB switch, the USB port, and then the USB indicator. That lets you know that that switch is on. This is the kill switch right here. Push and pull type switch. This is the starter button. This is the horn button. This is a mystery switch. Don't want to touch that switch. This is the headlight switch, high beam, low beam. I'm going to go through and turn these all on at the end and show you guys. This one that is labeled boom is for the fork light, because if somebody cuts you off and you turn that bad boy on, boom, they're going to be blind. Also got the turn signals right here, left and right. This is a 3-position switch. The fuel tank, I used this expanded steel and modified it to cover the fuel tank. I also used this Harley-Davidson shock cover that I modified to cover up where the hoses come out of the fuel tank. If you'll notice right here, I'm sure you'll notice because I put the camera there and I'm forcing you to notice. This little part right here is also on the front. This is for covering up the ignition because it kind of pokes out a little bit. Courtney is sitting right here on the passenger peg, so that's, I didn't modify that. I moved the flasher relay underneath here because it was kind of poking out right here. This is the seat cover, or the seat pan cover, I guess, or the side cover, I guess. Used some perforated steel donated by Leo and welded that up. This is some under seat storage if needed. If you need to take off the seat, the bolt is hidden right here. It is just a nut that is welded onto a tab that is welded onto some other pieces of metal. If you guys are curious about seeing any of the actual work on this thing, I basically was live during about 90% of this build. There's probably like 30 plus hours of footage on the live section of my channel if you're interested in watching just all the late night lunacy of Fang's Garage Live, where I worked on this whole thing basically live almost the entire time. So yeah, I don't have a whole lot of like really good camera footage. It's all just from my cell phone, but it was all live, and you can see this whole thing from start to finish if anyone is interested in that. The upholstery is made out of just this, like, I don't know, some people call it potato sack material. I beat it all up, threw it in the dirt, weathered it, just made it look really grimy. Also added this little leather belt right here, just as a little, I don't know, accent piece, I guess. And I covered it, or I covered this fabric with it. So this, to me, looked like an old desert motel curtain material. So I was like, that's perfect. That's kind of the vibe I wanted to go with. The vibe. That's the vibe I wanted to. That's kind of the vibe I wanted to go with, and so I was like, you know what, I'll rip some holes in this, and as Andres rides this thing, it'll rip through, and that turquoise color will start poking through more, and it'll look pretty cool once it starts getting more ripped up, if it ever rides reliably. I don't want to give it back to him unless it's like turnkey, ready to ride. The first part that I got for the scooter was this jerry can. This was one of the first items that was added to it. Put these brake lights on here. I've had these brake lights for quite a while, and made this door, cut this door out, use this piano hinge to make this little jerry can storage area. Let me show you what's in there. Got the keys somewhat modified, so they're a little more identifiable. So I covered this jerry can, the interior, with just some felt using some spray adhesive, and it has a bunch of stuff for filming right here. Also it has like a tool storage pouch with some tools in it, and a little roadside I don't know, reflector thing. I secured the door with some chains that are covered in this wire loom material, and yeah, it just holds up like this. This is for, in this case, doing some roadside repairs. It's probably what I should be doing, but I don't have the necessary tools. I guess I should probably include a spark plug socket in there for them, huh? So yeah, that is the first thing that was modified and put on the scooter. That is held on here with just this bracket that was made, that is welded onto the frame. On the back side, had to modify the rear frame loop a little bit. Also added on this fender, which is a pretty cool addition, this little mini fender. This was another one of Leo's ideas. I think it looks cool. It kind of definitely adds to the scooter look. Makes it look a little bit weirder, which I like. I use this kind of generic third brake light right here, just the grill. This was a last minute addition. I had to secure this fender on here with this real thick bracket. It's bolted on with a couple of bolts right there. Also have the rear turn signals hidden underneath the frame right there. While I'm down here, I'll show you the license plate mount. It is right here. And also the license plate light, which is this glass light. This is a really cool light that I've had for a long time, and it's going to be on Jess's light once his scooter is running, once it's operational, once I can figure out exactly what is wrong with this thing. Look at this area. What a cool area. Would have been pretty scenic if I would have been able to been riding around with Courtney and Gizmo, but instead have this other jerry can that was modified. It is mounted on the opposite direction. It's mounted upward. This is supposed to be a grab rail in case Andres, my buddy who owns a scooter, has any passengers on here, and it does work as such. At least I would assume so. I've been using it to pull or prop the scooter up on the center stand, and that seems to work pretty well for that as well. Get the red keys out. For the red jerry can. On the top here, there's this little chain. I'm not sure what this was used for originally, but I used it for this little carabiner clip. I did the same type of thing on this side. Used a piano hinge to make this little door, cut it out, put some trim on it, and then made this little guard piece to hopefully not let anything happen to the top part of this bulb or this light, and then also made this little plastic piece to cover up the wiring that is in there so that doesn't get knocked around and potentially unplugged or something. So yeah, that is it. Let me turn on all the lights so you guys can see what it looks like with the lights on. So I've got the USB indicator light, got the turn signal lights. Show you the turn signals. Got this jerry can light right here. Here's the other turn signals. And the other brake lights. Got the headlight indicators. And try not to use up the battery too much. Got the horn. And then got the auxiliary fork light. So that is the current status of the GY6 scooter. Doesn't run right now, apparently, still. No surprise there, I guess. I was pretty confident that it was running. I'm kind of disappointed. I don't know what it could be. Maybe it'll be something simple. I thought I had it running the other day. It did kind of the same thing. It ran like 4 times. Then I tried to start again. It wouldn't start. And I was like, what's going on with this? And started taking apart all the wiring and tested the CDI. And the CDI that I got from Amazon just ended up being just one that just failed. They said if this thing is grounded, then it means it's ruined. And I was like, okay, so this thing worked like 4 times. That is the exact same thing that happened with the starter relay that I bought for this bike. I was like, let me buy a brand new starter relay. And the brand new starter relay, it started 2 times. The second time, the bike would not stop trying to start. So I had to quickly disconnect the battery. So I'm not sure what the issue is now, but I am going to try and get this thing started. If not, I have a little walk ahead of me, and then I'm going to go see Andres and show him the scooter and see him look sad because I guess I got to bring it back home and start looking at it again. Maybe it'll just be something simple like a spark plug. The only thing that I did differently, I was riding it around for like 45 minutes today all over the neighborhood, riding it all around, being super happy about it. Only thing that I did after that, I literally put it in my truck a couple hours later and then just went and put some gas in it. I just put
premium gas in it. Maybe it's just something to do with the floats or something. I don't know. Maybe it's something simple. We'll see. I'll try and get it started and we'll figure it out, guys. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna put my helmet on. Say a little prayer. See what this little scooter can do here. I don't know. Hopefully this mic will be able to. Let me try and put on my piercing maybe. That might work. Alright, let's see if the scooter will work. Cross your fingers. It's working. Quickly try and get some cool footage of this thing before it stops working.
up. All right. All right. What up, dude? Hey.
Hey, look tight.
What do you think?
Good. Looks wonderful. Very aesthetic.
Looks cool, huh?
Oh, that's pretty dope, man. Shoe. Look, what's up with all those buttons?
Dude, it does a lot. If you press one of them, there's an airbag under the seat, and it'll eject you off of the seat, off of the bike.
Ooh, just get danger, right?
Yeah. Just in case it's that big old red button. If you press that, in case you're about to get in an accident. No, I'm just kidding. I'll have to go through and show you everything. Oh, I can show you right now, but
yeah.
So let me show you some of the
Is
stuff.
that you can't charge my phone right there, dude?
Yeah, you can. That's a USB charger right there. So you can plug your phone in, or a USB-C.
Yeah. So, how long has it been?
Dude, it's been like since, I think, December.
Yeah.
I think it was the end of December. And then that's when it started running. And then, because I think I had it before then.
Yeah.
And I think it was probably a month before then. And then December it was running. And then now it's freaking been like almost 4 months, 5 months.
I kind of noticed you changed the gas, or is it the same thing?
Yeah, so the gas gauge is completely different. The whole speedometer is completely different. The speedometer used to be that little triangle one. I actually have some pieces I'm gonna give you. I think, look, this is the old one. It was a super tiny one.
Yeah.
So I basically, if you look at the back of that, all the wires on there, I had to like essentially redo all those wires and make them all work with this whole back side of this thing. So that's what it took, like one of the longest, is doing all the wiring on it. But I think that's really what the issue is. I think it's probably something like a wire or something is like loose or something. So it's probably good that it broke down now, so that it wasn't like when you're freaking
Riding.
I know.
Going to my friend.
I know, your first time riding it and you're like, yes!
Many hours later.
Try not to start. Alright, so I think I found the culprit. I think it's a spark plug. I threw the glove on there to hold the brake lever so I could start it and hold the spark plug. Maybe someday I'll miss this little cursed scooter.
fix it right now.
This CDI, this was not the issue. The ignition coil, also not the issue. The battery, not the issue. The regulator rectifier, not the issue. Starter relay, not the issue, never was the issue. The issue is what is inside this little piece of fabric that is left over from the seat. I was chasing my tail on this one, guys, all over the place. Every time I thought I found out what the problem was, it ran away from me. It got away. And part of that was because it was an intermittent problem. It would only happen like, when I got the bike, it would happen every 10 minutes. Then I got it to where it would happen every 45 minutes. Then it would work fine indefinitely. Then I took it apart, modified it. Then it didn't work at all. Okay, so this is what the issue was. But also, part of the issue on this whole project were the parts. I bought all the parts on Amazon for the most part. Almost all the parts, besides like the aftermarket, I mean the secondhand stuff, the CB750 tank, this is actually a cool little fact. CB750 tank, 1977, also the blinkers and the back left brake light, 1977 Honda Civic. So kind of cool, all Japanese related. Anyways, I bought this CDI from Amazon. Well, it's probably not worth anything anyways. Used it like 5 times. When the scooter was all done, I was like, perfect, time to go out for the first test ride. The scooter wouldn't start all of a sudden. It took me a full day of looking into exactly what all the wires are supposed to be doing on this thing, to figure out that there was a wire coming out of here, or a little lead coming out of here that was grounded. It was not supposed to be, and they said if that is grounded, that means that the internals on this thing are fried, which means that it fried after like 5 times. Another one of the parts that I thought was the issue, or was an issue, was the starter relay. I had one from Amazon, installed it, started the bike 2 times. The second time I started it, it got stuck, and the little plunger on the starter relay was stuck and fused, and it was stuck starting. Luckily, I had tools nearby, and I quickly disconnected the battery. Everything was good to go. But again, just like the CDI, it was junk from the beginning. So I had that on a couple of other parts. I can't remember exactly which ones they were, but I think they were all electrical parts that were just garbage. So the part that was ultimately the issue on this scooter was ultimately what ended up naming the scooter. The broken part that was the culprit, possibly all along, I'm not positive was the signal wire. This is the little sensor that is responsible for sending the signal to the little CDI, little computer on the scooter computer, and that is telling it when to send the spark. So the problem was the same problem that kept happening. It would run for about 10 minutes and then it would lose spark until it cooled down. Then it would run again, same thing. Initially I thought the ignition coil, put a new coil on there, and then all of a sudden it would run for like 30 minutes. But then I think over time it must have been, I'm guessing, this signal wire or this little sensor that was ultimately failing under heat. I went ahead and did some more research on it, tested it with the multimeter and confirmed that this part was no good. And the bike's name ended up being called Lost Signal. That is the name of the scooter. That is pretty fitting. All of this was said to me from the beginning, I believe. I believe it was maybe Moses or Dubsack, one of you guys. Someone on the live, when I was doing most of the scooter work, on the live stream was saying, it's a signal wire. And I was like, what? Signal who? I thought they said smoke signal. I didn't know what they were saying, but it ended up being the signal wire. And it was a lost signal this whole time. It was a miscommunication this entire time. This thing was saying, telling the CDI when to spark or when to send the signal to spark. And over time, it was like a game of telephone. Things just got miscommunicated and mistranslated. So yeah, that's what the problem ended up being. And I took it out for a test ride just to confirm things, and then went and dropped it off to Andres, and everyone rode it around, and we had a lot of fun.
What up?
It's all done.
Awesome. Happy to hear that.
Dude, it looks really awesome. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
Yeah. wonderful piece of machine you worked on.
Thanks, man.
Wow, this is pretty cool. Yeah, it feels good. Then get on back. Wait. Good. Oh, okay, I see now.
Yeah, press that button. Oh, there you go.
There you go.
There you go.
Nice.
There we go.
Right now, turn on and take me for a ride.
Yeah, dude.
Cruise.
You gotta be super careful.
You're not gonna put the.
That is it for the GY6 scooter saga. The saga is complete. I am never touching that scooter again. I probably will touch it again. I mean, I have essentially made it so that I'm the only one that could figure out how to take it apart. So if it needs any work done, I'll probably be bringing it back over here and bringing the curse back down upon me. Hopefully not. Hopefully everything is good to go. it is good to get the scooter out of here. I feel great. I feel a sigh of relief, but it's finally over with. And now I can finally move on to the other projects. So that's already happening. It's already live. If you guys do want to see any of the work that was done on the scooter, again, it was all done live. I will leave links in the description and throughout the video, maybe showing different segments. You can see some different clips throughout the video. But yeah, all of the scooter from essentially start to finish, you can see it the day that I actually went over to Andres' house and we tried to get the carburetor cleaned out from the beginning. You can see it all. And you can see how long it took, how many hours went into it. It was quite a bit, but it was also quite a bit of fun. Now I feel really confident about those GY6 scooters. I feel like I could maybe make another one at some point. I'm keeping my eye out. Are you keeping your eye out?
Yeah, how much longer is this gonna take? Are you still going to get pizza, or?
That is it for this one, guys. Thanks again to everyone that had helped out during this whole entire build. I'll leave some of your guys' names right here in the video. And thank you again, guys, for all your help, all the support, all the encouragement. This was a long, lengthy process, but I had a lot of fun doing it. And hopefully everyone had a lot of fun watching all the madness that this scooter has caused. It has truly made me lose my mind. As you guys know, I started out with a full head of hair, luxurious head of hair. When this first started, and I had no gray hairs, but unfortunately this is the state I'm in. So see you guys on the next project, the Ultima 127 chopper. I gotta make that echo.